This week, the words that keep coming up to me are gratitude and hope, with a little perspective. I started the week sitting in a meeting with the global team at Simmons Simmons. There was me and 4 people from their team who gave up their time to explore how we might work together to genuinely improve men's wellbeing in the workplace. And honestly, it was one of the first conversations I've had where I felt the team were fully invested. Not looking for a quick tick box wellbeing talk, not a one-off session to say we've done something, but open-minded, curious, and willing to explore what real change could look like. One of them said, wouldn't it be amazing to sit here in a year's time and see what we've implemented and the impact it's had? And that really landed. Now look, it may be that we don't move forward. There may be reasons it doesn't align. But for me, that conversation felt like a small signal of hope. Hope that there are firms out there that are prepared to look at mental health crisis we're in and say, we want to do better. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. I also hit a couple of small milestones this week. 1,500 followers on Instagram and 1,000 subscribers on the podcast YouTube channel. Now, look, I get it. In the world of content creation, that's tiny. But for me, it was a small win, a small shift, moving the needle just a little. I mean, if I was driven purely by views or subscribers, I would have stopped this years ago. I set out on a mission to reframe success and reduce male suicide. And I've always said, if I help just one person, maybe that's enough. Maybe that is success. But the truth is, the more people I reach, the more chance there is of helping more people. And that's the metric that matters to me. So I'm grateful to my good friend, the legend, Mr. Matt Cheney. He said to me recently, a podcast is like a flyer. It can look amazing, but unless you hand it out to the right people, it's just a flyer sat on your desk or in someone's bin. Matt, thank you for helping me hand out my flyer to a few more people, mate. You're a ledge. On Tuesday, I released what I genuinely believe is a game-changing episode of the podcast with the brilliant Paul Jukes, the jukebox himself from Outer Puff Daddies. It's one of those conversations that will stay with me for a long time. And one part in particular really landed. Paul's glass of water analogy. If you hold a glass of water out in front of you, it's light. But I hold it there for 10 minutes, an hour, a day, it gets heavy. The weight hasn't changed, but the duration has. And honestly, the last couple of weeks, it's felt really heavy for me. I sat journaling and realised that for the past 16 years as an entrepreneur, I've lived in a constant state of fight or flight. Always hustling, always pushing, always carrying something. And almost just accepted really that's how it is. Does it have to be that way? Because sometimes, I'm going to be honest, it's exhausting. Most of the time I just go, yeah, that's life. Get on with it, enjoy the ride, all those narratives. But sometimes the weight really builds. And that's when you need someone to take the glass from you, even if it's just for a moment, so you can put it down. That conversation with Paul allowed me to do that. And this week, a couple of other people have done that for me too. Joel Lawton, mate, thank you for holding the space for me to just be me. I had messages from friends like Mark Fisher and Martin Leopard, and they really, really helped. And finally, to my wife. Despite our separation nearly a year ago, we're still best friends. And the past couple of weeks, she has been exactly that. Thank you for holding a glass when it felt a little heavy. I am truly, truly grateful. So if you listen to this right now and life feels heavy, I can't necessarily fix the problem. No one else might be able to either. But please, please reach out. Tell someone how you're feeling. Hand them the glass. Put it down just for a moment. Sometimes that pause, that shared weight is enough to help you take the next step. Before I wrap up this week's episode, I just want to take a moment to pay tribute to my beautiful cousin Leslie, who recently lost her battle with cancer. She was just 67. Stood at her funeral this week in a packed crematorium. There weren't even enough seats for everyone. The room was bursting with people and bursting with love for a truly beautiful soul. There were wonderful tributes from her husband Steve, her daughter Georgina, and my cousin Roy, her brother. The words they used to describe her were things like kind, loving, brave, courageous and resilient. She really was all of those things and more. What I remember as I looked at her picture on the screen was her beautiful smile and the positive energy she clearly carried wherever she went. Standing there was a reminder of how fragile life can be, but also how precious it is. It gave me a little perspective this week to worry less and to find joy a little more. Leslie, the celebration of your life made it crystal clear just how much joy you brought to so many people. I'm so sorry we didn't spend more time together over the years, but I am grateful I've got to say goodbye this week. And in a strange way, without even knowing it, in your passing, you held the glass for me this week. So thank you. Until we meet again, sleep well. And if you listen to this right now, please don't wait until tomorrow. Send that message. Pick up the phone. Tell someone you love them. Tell them how much they mean to you, because none of us know how much time we really have. Until next week. You all right, mate?